Hey, how you doing, guys? It's your friend here, John Madrid, with Move In Next, and my co-host.
Joy and Joe, what it do, guys? How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Today is what exactly?
Today's
Friday
Friday the
the
18th.
18th.
At least it's not Friday the
The 13th,
13th, because
yeah.
we don't want that to be the day. We want it to be a good and lucky day.
Hope
And
everyone's day is going great. Hope y'all
heck
have a
yeah.
wonderful day.
And we hope you guys have an awesome weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we've been promising you guys all week, we are launching. Today is the first day, Friday, not the 13th,
The nine, wait,
the
the 18th,
18th. There you
18th,
go. Friday the
18th.
18th, our Move In Next University. We wanted to launch it still all over all the platforms. That way, you guys know it is mainly broadcasting through our YouTube podcast. So make sure that you go on there and then you click the bell. Now we did figure out that it's a
The bell.
bell to follow and also activate the notifications. That way you're able to follow us. También hablamos español, so es más, a lo mejor que hacemos otro video en español, pero como quiera, si hablamos español. All right. So, again, guys, we want to reiterate we've been talking about it for a while about Move In Next University. So, remember, you guys, as you start to tune in, we know it's Friday. You guys are probably going to go out to the club or the bar or on a date. We hope it's a blast and you have a great time. But at the end of the day, we're here to just provide you more value, more content. Because again, we are moving next. Obviously, we sell all kinds of housing, right?
Yeah, we got all types of homes.
What kind of homes?
We got prefabricated homes, manufactured homes,
Site built
homes.
homes,
There you go.
land
Homes.
homes, all that kind of good stuff. But it's important for you guys to go on YouTube as well and subscribe to the podcast. Again, Move In Next University. But we did want to launch the first episode on all of our platforms so you guys become obviously aware of it and understand that we're not just here to sell homes, we're here to provide value. So today's episode, we're going to keep it kind of short, about 20 minutes or so, maybe 30 at the most, because we want to just give you an overview of what it is, right? So what as far as my experience, I have 14 years in the industry. We have a fully integrated construction company in-house. But what I have done or have noticed over the years is that providing solutions is what people really value. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Because a lot of times somebody will tell you what your problem is, even if it's outside of buying a house, maybe in your personal life or at work or something, but they won't ever tell you. They'll say, hey, you know what your problem is? But they'll never tell you how to fix it, or they'll give you advice and then they're doing, the exact opposite. But when it comes to homes, right? I mean, we talk about it. I should have looked up the words, but what are the three things? Let's see if you remembered, and it's okay if you don't, that we have to have as human beings?
Food, shelter, and clothes.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Food,
Food,
shelter,
shelter,
and
and clothing.
clothes.
Because again, you have to eat to live.
Yep.
You have to put clothes on, otherwise they'll throw you in jail. And you have to have a place to sleep at night,
Yeah.
right? And at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help families essentially realize the goal of home ownership. And a lot of times, I mean, people, what's their main concern?
The credit.
Credit. They're like, man, my credit's bad and I'm not going to get approved and this and that. And let's see if I can get it right. No, this way, over there in this corner. We do have the QR code, but we're not trying to sell you a house on this episode of this podcast. No. We're trying to educate you on the home buying process. We're going to give you an overview of what Move In Next University is. Okay. So at the end of the day, we're going to jump into the details, but essentially what it is if you apply, which why shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should apply.
And we're not even going to go into why, because I'm sure you can see all of our other posts. But the point of the matter is that if you don't already have a home or you're unhappy with your living situation, don't get in your own way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
don't block your own blessings.
No, because a lot of times we'll say, well, you know what? Because I've been doing it for 14 years. I'm training my son-in-law here, all the ins and outs of it. And he realizes, just like I do, that the personal touch and the customer service is what's the most important. because 95%, and I say 95%, I have no ill will against other dealerships. They'll wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and then never talk to you again, which nobody likes that.
No.
Or they'll tell you, hey, you're denied. It's blank, blank. See you later. Whenever you fix the problem, come back. And I didn't like that. So now that we are, and we'll delve a little bit into that, the only virtual dealership in the nation, we can do as we please. And when I say as we please, we can help more clients
Yeah.
by helping providing solutions. So that is what Move In Next University is. Now, of course, and we'll get into the slide in a second, the first step is to apply, right?
Yeah.
Now, again, we're not here just trying to sell you a house. We're saying, believe it or not, because I, as again, 14 years experience, sold thousands of houses at this point. The most thing that I heard the most from clients is banks don't want, it's too hard to get approved, or banks don't want to loan us money. Yes, they do. They would go out of business if they didn't loan you money.
Yeah.
Now, if the lenders we have, which again, it happens, that's the purpose of this podcast, decline you, they always provide the solution, don't they?
Yeah.
They say, if you know what, they're turned down right now, but if the client does A, B, C, or A, depending on what all it is, we will approve them.
Yeah.
Now, if you go anywhere else, because again, even at the bottom, it says we're your trusted manufactured home dealer, right?
Yeah.
What number do we have?
432-201-1105, guys.
That's right. Y hablamos también español. But at the end of the day, instead of just tossing you the denial,
Yeah.
we'll sit down and say, hey, let's enroll you in Move In Next University. And it's not free or anything like that, but it's not expensive. We made it super inexpensive for right now. It's going to be $100 a month, which if you want a house and it goes, let's just say like this, it goes from making the difference between having to put 20,000 down or five. I think $600. If it takes 6 months to fix the problem, it's worth saving $15,000,
Yeah.
right? And it's not about the money for us, because we could charge $1,000 a month for the knowledge we're going to provide, but we're not trying to do that. We're trying to provide housing, right?
We
All right.
care.
Of course we care.
We care.
That's why we're coming live to you every day at different times, earlier, later, super late night, to point out that, hey, when you do business with us here at Move In Next, we are always available 365, 7 days a week. At the end of the day, we want to provide solutions, right?
Solutions.
Okay. So outside of credit, another thing I can think about is I don't have land.
Yeah.
Can't find it.
Yeah.
Don't know where to look. Okay. Well, we'll provide that solution as well. But again, that's more on the sales side. We're going to delve into the solution side, some of the potential problems you may face if you get declined. But if you choose to do business with us, which again, watch the other lives, it'll tell you all the reasons, like, everything that you should choose us, but we provide the solution. So this podcast and this video is about how we're going to solve the problems that you may have. But it's a quick overview. Obviously, with us keeping it, we're already 8 minutes in.
Yeah.
We're going to try to keep it, 20 to 25 minutes. But this is an overview, right? He brought up the most important thing, which is credit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when you need to buy a home, you're going to need credit. You're going to need a down payment, and you're going to need to have somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
Well, most of the homes we have are already ready to move in, or we do land homes. But again, we're going to focus on the solutions. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. And remember, as you guys log in, follow, like, click the bell across all of our platforms. Okay.
Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Like,
Exactly.
comment, subscribe.
And even we're streaming right now on Twitch. So you'd be like video games. The more you get to know us, the more you're going to trust us, and you're going to feel even more comfortable. Okay. So again, there it says, welcome to
Move In Next
University. So if you guys haven't gone to college yet, you're about to. All right. And that picture right there is actually of my alma mater, which I graduated from UTD there in Richardson. Never understood why it was the University of Texas at Dallas when it was in Richardson, but who cares? But anyways, it says your host, John Madrid, but obviously my co-host is
Joe Angel.
That's right. Okay. So either way, you gotta think about it as like you're going to college, because at the end of the day, what does it say right there?
Why you deserve a chance at home ownership.
Exactly. Who doesn't want to be a homeowner? I don't know anybody.
I don't know.
Right? Nobody wants to rent forever.
No.
Because if somebody's renting or not owning, what are some of the places that they could be living at right now?
If they're not renting or owning.
No, in other words, if they don't own,
Yeah.
where could they be living at? Or where are they living at? Because if they don't own, they're living in a
maybe they're renting somewhere in an apartment, renting a trailer. I mean, it's
living with family.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's different places, or maybe like in health. I mean, what are they called? The centers where you can go and stay at.
Yeah, homeless shelters, which hopefully that's not the case. But at the end of the day, guys, everyone deserves to become a homeowner. All right. That's why even the government gives you tax credits. You get to write off the interest. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people, they'll say, you know what, I'm going to wait until the interest rates drop. What's the interest rate on an apartment?
I don't even know.
100% because you don't own it. Yeah. So every single dollar that's going into that apartment is 100% interest. Yeah. And if you're getting to deduct it on your taxes, even if your interest rate was something ridiculous like 20%, it ain't. You get to write it off, which lowers your taxes, which increases your tax return, which gets you more money. All right. But at the end of the day, we're not telling you the interest rates are higher. What we're trying to focus on and what Move In Next University's goal is to what?
Make you a homeowner.
Give everybody an opportunity to own a house, right? To have that picket white fence or whatever your dream is. Okay. All right. So we're moving on. So today's agenda, we're talking about the mission, which we basically have gone over a little bit, which is help as many families
move in next.
That's right. The problem. Now, again, it's not like we're sitting here trying to sell you anything on this podcast. Obviously, we sell homes, every single kind. But the best way to enroll you into Move In Next University is to first apply. And if you get denied, the banks give us the roadmap. Yeah. They'll tell us, hey,
A, B, C, and D.
And yeah. And most people will say, well, I can just do it myself. Why waste $100? Then don't. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're not here to beg you to enroll in Move In Next University. We're here to provide you the opportunity to be in a university that's actually going to hold you accountable, walk you through the process. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'll come back whenever I fix my credit. 5 years go by. They spend $90,000 in rent, which is 100% interest that you can't, write off at all. And then they're unhappy because they're sharing a wall with somebody or living with family, right? And then the next thing says the solution. Yeah. Who provides solutions, Joe Angel?
We do.
Every single kind, right? And we make a living. Yes, we get paid, of course, but we get paid to provide solutions. But at the end of the day, the happiness that we get by helping families is really the most rewarding part of everything. Yes. Okay, of course. All right. So we're also going to go over viewing, which we already kind of are, how to apply, how to contact us. And again, we've already delved into, the overview. Move In Next University is about providing what? Solutions. All right. Solutions. No, you're good. All right. So remember, as you start to tune in, guys, and you're watching, like, subscribe, follow, click the bell.
Like, comment, subscribe.
On every single platform, because we're going to be providing different types of content on different platforms. Okay.
Check me out on Twitch, guys. Go ahead and do that.
And I think we're going to do some kind of tournament or something coming up. Yeah. So again, just keep
streaming tonight, so y'all see it.
There you go. What's your username?
My username on Twitch is names Joe. Names_JO3. If anybody wants to know.
That's names, like a name. NAMES _JO3,
guys.
All right. What are you going to be streaming tonight?
2K.
2K.
So all you 2K fans out there that play 2K, maybe your husbands play 2K or whatever.
Matter of fact, how about next week we come up with a tournament?
Yeah.
And, whoever, wins the tournament gets a free TV.
Okay. We can do that.
Okay. All right. But you got to apply and stream and play so we can help you buy a house. Okay. Because it's not just about selling a home or streaming. It's about providing solutions. All right. So the mission behind Move In Next University. So I'm going to just kind of read it off to you, but not like that. It just says at Move In Next University, our mission is empowering individuals just like you guys and families to do what? It says right there, achieve
the dream of home ownership, regardless of where they're starting at.
Correct.
So wherever you're starting at, we're here to help you achieve the dream of owning a home.
That's right, because everybody starts at the bottom. Yeah. All of us. Even who? Drake.
Yeah.
What's that song?
Started from the bottom.
And then how's the rest of it go?
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Now we here. Boom.
Up
So
top.
if we all start at the bottom and we end up here, here is owning a house.
Yes.
So that's what we want to do. So again, it goes through our fully online platform. So that means that you have to put zero effort. You don't have to get in a car. You ain't got to drive nowhere. Could it be easier?
Yeah, it could be easier.
Exactly. They could be Netflix and chilling. They could be at the club, at the bar. But again, we're here to be supportive. We give you personalized guidance, financial education, and we provide a diverse amount of housing options because we do manufactured home, home only, land home,
site build, prefabricated,
everything. Yeah. So there's nothing that you could need. And you can have confidence in us because we've been around. Like I said, I've been doing this for over a decade, 14 years already. And we want to help as many families this year because I know we're going to do at least 50 families this year. And again, if you have to enroll in the university first, who cares? Because within 6 months or less, you'll be living in your own home. Okay. And then whether you're already mortgage ready or not, or you need time to prepare, we're going to walk you through the steps. Because sometimes you might not be ready, and that's okay. Yeah. That's why we sign you up in the university and we'll do a consultation and we'll make you a personalized plan and say, okay, if you lack down payment, let's make a plan. We'll do a payment plan. If your credit's not where it needs to be, we'll get you through credit repair. If your DTI, which means debt to income ratio, right, is out of whack, we'll fix it. So on the podcast, we're going to be going into like examples of things of, solutions we can provide. And again, if you want to just do it yourself, you can. But why does somebody just working out in general, why does somebody use a trainer? Because they don't know how to lift the dumbbells or because they know they're going to be held accountable?
No, they're going to be held accountable.
That's what we're here to be. And that's what we're here to do. All right. So we achieve this. And it says we're the nation's most trusted pathway to home ownership for renters. All right. Now, I don't know anybody else who's 100% online because we're the only virtual dealership that's out there. Right. We help you with the financial setbacks. We're never going to just toss you to the street. And we're, again, 100% online. Now, remember, if you want a copy of this PDF or this PowerPoint, make sure you leave a comment, say, send me one, and we'll send it to you guys. That way we can provide it to you and we can discuss some of the solutions that we're going to provide for you. All right. Because again, we're just kind of going through an overview on this first podcast episode, which is titled Why Everyone Deserves to Be a Homeowner. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So what's the first thing say?
It says low credit score. So you guys that have low credit,
hit us up. If you already know, hey, I got a 300, then okay. Then let's just put you right into credit repair, right?
Get your credit fixed. What's the longest you would say that somebody's credit? So let's say their credit's sitting at 450. What's something? How long would you say before we can get them into a house?
If it's just credit.
If it's just credit.
Okay. If it's just credit and the income is good and their like debt to income ratio is not out of whack, in 6 months or less, let's say they're at 450. Yeah. We'll get you up to where you need to be in 6 months or less.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we literally will walk you through the process. We'll go through all the different credit bureaus. Because believe it or not, when you know the information that we know, and I'm glad he asked that, because you might think, man, it's going to take forever to fix my credit. No. We're telling you 6 months or less. And if you say, I'll just wait, I mean, just think about it. We're in July.
You're in July.
It seems like New Year's was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like 6.5 months ago.
Just went by.
Exactly. So there's no reason to wait or hesitate. But again, if it's credit and you know your credit's trash or whatever, who cares? Yeah. There's no reason to be embarrassed about it. What you should be embarrassed about, and I don't mean it this way, is not doing anything about it. Yes. Right? Because you know how it is. It's like even if you're just being like, let's say you're tired and you know you have dishes to do and then you'd like, I'll do them later. And then all you think about is those dishes. And then you don't even feel comfortable chilling because you just feel like, man, I should have just got up and knocked them out. Yeah. Accomplish something today. Yeah. Call or text what phone number?
432-201-1105, guys.
Right. And again, the best thing to do is to do what? First.
Apply.
Make sure that you apply. That way we can get a customized plan for you. Now, again, if you're already saying, hey, I know my credit's 327, then okay, let's go straight into that. But show me the credit repair or the credit report first. Yeah. Right. But at the end of the day, guys, and then debt to income ratio. Tell me your understanding of it, even if the little bit or the lot or whatever it is that you know about it.
Debt to income ratio is pretty much you have more debt than the money that you're bringing in.
Correct. Literally, your debt is higher than your income, so you can't afford anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're watching the news, they're always talking about how it's crazy that you can't get a mortgage, let's say for $1,500, but you get approved for $2,500 in rent a month. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it's because like a lease, they only look at 6 months or 12 months, and they're taking the risk of you, even if you break the lease, they're like, anyways, we'll put somebody else in here. Because I think it's like 70% of the population is renting.
Yeah.
That's why you always see apartment complexes getting put up all the time, things like that. When you buy a house, they're looking at a 20-year or 25-year view. And again, don't let that, I don't want to have payments for 20 years. You're not going to.
Yeah.
Because part of the university or part of the purchase process is we'll show you how to pay off that 20, 25-year, whatever it is, in 5, 7, 8, whatever it is that you actually want to pay it off in. And realistically, with literally almost no effort, people are like, damn, I can pay it off that fast by only doing that. Yes, that's the kind of stuff you're going to get with us. All right. So the third thing is called what? Or what does it say?
Incomplete application.
If you fill out the application online,
don't leave it blank. Don't leave it blank.
He had a friend of his that filled it out. Credit's good and everything, but he left it blank. They're like,
it's
where?
You gotta fill it out, man. You gotta fill it out. You gotta finish it.
You gotta finish it. And it's funny because I've never seen anybody be able to leave it blank.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, it'll tell you yellow. So you must have just put a space or a 0 or something. But either way, we're joking, but at the same time, we're here to help, right? So we want to help you with, if you have low credit, we're going to help you with it. And if you have a bad debt to income ratio, we're going to help you get it into place so you can afford it. And if you don't know how to fill out the app, just call us.
And I'll walk you through it.
We will. We'll be like, press this button, press that button. We got you. It's all about that customized service. So again, guys, we see you guys coming in. As you're coming in, follow,
like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Like, comment,
on all the platforms, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So the solution, right? So it says we offer credit, education, repair strategies, connecting clients with who?
Trusted lenders.
We have like a dozen lenders. And remember, this is important. I know everybody remembers this, or at least for the most part, they'll remember rocketmortgage.com. Get 10 approvals in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling you there is the one thing that you can apply to multiple lenders without it hurting your score.
Is my mind went blank.
Is a house. And it's all right. Who cares? That's the purpose of shooting these lives. We're obviously human beings, but the purpose is that regardless if you try with one bank, or you try with 10 banks, it's seen as one inquiry. It's not going to crash your score. Because what we like to do is we like to get you that max approval with
a minimum down payment.
I was going to say the max down payment. I'm kidding. Get you the most house for the least amount of money out of your pocket, right? Because there's times that a customer will come, they're like, man, I got 10,000 down. And then they're super excited when we get it done with 5. They're like, damn, I only have to put that? Yes. Because it doesn't affect us on how much you put down. Our goal is to help you get a house and obviously what? Move
it in next.
Right? With the least amount of money out of pocket. Yeah. All right. And then at the bottom, it says preparing all documentation properly. We do that, obviously. We're licensed retailers, brokers, and installers. Yeah. And then it says walking them through the process step by step. If you have a question or you have a doubt, call, text us. How many days a week?
24/7.
Pretty much. I mean, if we're awake, we're going to answer, right? Yeah. So hit us up. All right. So right here, it says the 5-step process. It says apply now. Again, that really is the first step. We're not trying to sell you on this podcast, but again, who better to get the steps from, or I say the steps, the problems or the issues that we need to resolve and walk you through than the lenders. Yeah, the ones that are going to give us the money so we can get you approved again for the max amount and how much down?
Minimum down payment.
Of course. And it's super convenient. It's online. You don't have to worry about anything or anything like that.
You don't even have to go nowhere.
Exactly. Do it from your couch right now as you're watching.
Yeah.
All right. So then it says pre-qualification. So whenever we get you pre-approved, remember, as soon as you apply, just gather the basics. All right. And we see more of you guys are tuning in. Make sure you like, follow,
and subscribe.
That's right. All right. So we'll help you understand it. But whenever you apply, everybody has a copy of their ID and social pretty much on their wallet. Yeah. Everybody has their last 30 days of check stubs either on their phone or on their countertop or something. So ID social, last 30 days of check stubs. And then if you are a W-2, your last 2 W-2s, send them over. That way they can confirm your income and verify your face and your social and make sure it's you. Okay.
Also, don't they also need the last 2 years of tax returns?
They do. I'm glad he brought that up. Now, you do go ahead and just send them along with your W-2s, but the tax returns apply, which again, we'll delve into more details, but I'm glad he brought it up. If you do land homes or if you're self-employed. So if you're a 1099, which the good thing is we're going to have episodes about all the different types of topics. If you're a 1099, then they need to see your 1040s or Schedule Cs, things like that. So I'm glad he brought that up. All right. So number 3, it says diverse home options. Don't we have a lot of different types of homes?
We have different types of homes. How many do I mean, I'll break it down again for you guys for the new ones that just barely came in. We got prefabricated homes, manufactured homes, site-built homes,
new, used, everything.
Yeah, we got everything.
Literally any type of home that you could need, we have them and we provide them. Okay. And then number 4, it says maximizing financing. That's going back to the fact that we deal and do business with a lot of lenders to get you the maximum amount of
with the minimum down.
I keep saying the maximum. I'm kidding. Literally get you your buying power, because the thing that matters the most, again, you have to have house, food,
shelter,
clothing, shelter, right? I mean, it's all good. Yeah. But in that situation, when you, as hard as you guys work, don't you think that you deserve to come home to a house that you feel comfortable in, that you can rest in, relax in, raise your family in, and enjoy yourself? Of course you do.
All right. Have a fireplace in,
Exactly.
Some homes that have fireplaces in them as well.
That's right. Anything you could need or want, we got you. All right. And then to me, the most important is that number 5. What does it say?
Personalized support.
All right. So if you're not approved right away, don't worry. That's why we have this university, right? And it provides solutions. And that solution is to fix problems, right? Yeah, to help them do what?
Move in next, guys. We're here to help you move in next.
That's right. Okay. So how to apply? You can scan the QR code, which let me go ahead and put it up because I took it down. So that QR code's over there in the corner now so that you can see it. Or it'll be the link at the very top of the description. Again, do we ask for deposits?
No.
We don't want $1 of your money until we provide you with an approval that gets you the max amount and the
minimum down.
That's right. So it says follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok, Twitch,
YouTube, LinkedIn. Again, we're broadcasting over all platforms for a reason, because we want to help everybody
move in next.
That's right. Sorry. It don't matter. Quit apologizing. All right. So until next time, again, we're keeping it short, even though we went a little bit over our time, because we want to keep it about 30 minutes or less. But at the end of the day, you can contact us at what number?
432-201-1105.
También hablamos español. So el número es 432-201-1105. What's our website?
www.moveinnext.com.
He said like 5 WWs. Either way, we changed it. It's been, you know what it is. Moveinnext.com, right? It used to be John Madrid's Factory Direct. Oh, it was way too long. And, thanks to you guys, with all the support and the followers, we didn't know it was going to get big. So we needed to make it easier, right? We even made our emails easier. How do they email you, Joe?
They can email
Angel,
me.
Joe Angel.
They can email me at joeangel@moveinnext.com.
All right. And how can they email me?
They can email you at john@moveinnext.com.
Super easy. And then on Facebook, it's literally moveinnext.com. On YouTube, it's moveinnext.com. I mean, it's pretty much the easiest thing that you could find. All right, guys. So until next time, it's your friend John Madrid here.
You're Joe Angel.
All right. And we are with Move In Next. And we had our first episode. So make sure you follow, you subscribe, you click
you like, you comment, you subscribe, guys. Hit that like button.
That's right.
Until next time, till I see y'all, give me a call.
All right. So we want to help you and your family move in next.